It's about, I don't know, 27 degrees out. Ugh. Some of the snow's melted off. It was in the teens. Ugh. Sorry, I'm shooting with my phone because my GoPro died. For the last 2 or 3 nights, it's been down into the teens. So it's been pretty cold. Oh, would you look at that? Carburetor and points. Yeah, you can take your fuel injection, jam it, and eat that crap. Let it warm up for a little bit. The sun melted some of the stuff off. It used to be completely covered. Oh, cold start that piece of junk. I don't know, maybe in a bit. We'll see how far I get here. Alright, we're sitting at 27. It's kind of a heat wave. It's starting to go down. It was 30 degrees about, I don't know, 30 minutes ago. Just to show you it was cold. Let's do some cold starts, right? Whoa, that one looks cold. Of course, you know, it's starting to rain, which is supposed to get freezing rain tonight. This is awesome. Everyone loves this weather. I probably shouldn't be outside. I'm still sick. I just got done shoveling off the driveway. So, of course you can see, yeah, that's frozen. It's just cold. I left the battery hooked up, so I wouldn't doubt if it's probably dead. See over there? Now I don't have it turned on. Let me find the keys to this junk. There we go. Sorry if I'm breathing hard. I'm fat and, well, suffering from cold issues. Okay. Well, it went to yellow when I turned it on, so there ain't much hope. Oh boy. Oh, buddy. That battery was about smoked, too. Oh, let me turn this freaking radio off. I don't need any copyright BS. Ooh. Oh, shoot. I knew the battery because I left it hooked up. It wasn't going to be happy. This truck's been sitting here through weather mostly. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Good old Fords, man. He's a runner. 390 automatic, carbureted with a Pertronics. And yes, of course, the fast idle works. Everything I have with an electronic choke, the fast idle works. It's not really science. It's just setting shit up right. I knew the battery. I bet you that battery's 8 years old too. I'd have to look at it on there for sure, but I'm willing to bet you it's 8 years old. So yeah, I mean, for it to hold a charge anyways, it's kind of a long stretch. I know I need to replace it. Batteries usually don't last that long anyways anymore. If you get 8 to 10 years out of them, you're doing really good. But she's charging. Good oil pressure. Oh yeah. So this one run for a little bit. Coming down off fast idle. This is a good old truck, man. I'm telling you, these FE Fords, you treat them right, they treat you right. You know, she's been a good runner. I really, this engine's a Heinz 57. I've had it apart 2 or 3 times. The bottom end is different than the top, and then there's an oddball piston in it, and, you know. See, the choke might be set a little light. It's 27 degrees out, and it's, you know, this thing's ready to rip, you know. Everyone gives carburetor such a bad name. This thing's been sitting here for over a week. You know what? More than that, 2 weeks. At least 2 weeks is when I moved it here, and it's been sitting through the cold weather the whole time. Other than the battery, which I knew was going to be a problem, because it was a problem when I moved it. But we'll let it warm up a little bit. I'll come back. Good old truck, man, I'm telling you. That doesn't run, that doesn't have an engine, that engine's in there but knocked up. That one over there has no engine. The one in the back, I don't think will start anyways. And that's a Dodge, so it probably won't start. We could maybe try it. I'll make that one for like last. It'll be the biggest pain in the butt. Yeah, my choke's set a little light. She not happy? She says, Daddy, it's cold outside. This is a summer rig, so I got the choke set kind of late. It's not set up for the winter like my other truck is. My other 69, which should be first in the session, that one I have set up to run in the cold weather. I've been using that truck for 20 years, so hopefully I'm not yelling too loud into this thing, because I can only hear out of one of my ears. I got some ear infection. And oh, yeah, I'm still trying to get over this crap I got. Shoveling off the driveway wasn't very brilliant. The other thing too I need to stress is if you have access to non-ethanol fuel, there's some people that say ethanol doesn't make a difference. They're full of shit. Since I started running non-ethanol fuel and this old stuff, especially when I let it sit, I haven't had any carburetor issues. She's just really, really cold on her slow idle right now. But I wouldn't have been able to do this if I was running the ethanol crap they normally sell everybody else, which is like 5 or 10% depending on where you live. We got 10% ethanol here. So right now it's running on non-eth super. It kind of has a pretty cool smell to it. But it'll do this every time. It'll start up. Won't give you any troubles. The Dodge won't start because it's a Dodge. No, it might. I don't know. It's been a long time since I started that one at all. Okay. We'll leave her be. It's already great for 150. That's good for now. We'll let it close her up. So what should we start next? Ranger? I wonder if I can even get into it. Yeah, looks like about 4 or 5 inches of snow. Oh yeah. Oh boy. There we go. Little froze. It's all good. Okay, we don't need to pump this bad boy. She's a 4-liter fuel injected. Let's see if the fuel injection lives up to its name. Ooh. Alright. Well, that's good. This is actually the boy's truck. He drives it when he's on leave. He comes home, and I mean, it's his truck, but I got a lot of work I want to do to it for him still, and he drives it when he's here on vacation and stuff, so I try not to tear it apart knowing when he's going to be coming home, but it's been a good rig. It still needs a little bit of work. It's got some water leak issues, some really bad ones, so that's something I need to address. But it's been a good truck for him, you know. He likes it. I'd like to do some custom stuff to it too. It's a clean old rig. It's got 100, well, I bought it in 115, I think. It's got 124,000 on it now. There may be more videos on that to come. We'll see what happens. But it's a good running rig. The engine's got a lot of leaks too. I've been sealing them up to the point where now I'm at head gaskets. And if I'm going to do head gaskets, I'm going to pull the whole engine, just redo the whole thing. No sense in, you know, going through all that mess. And then the exhaust is starting to rot off the thing, so I've been in the debate of putting some long tube headers and some dual exhaust on it for him too. We'll see. He put the toolbox on it. I was going to put a roll bar in it, like one of them 90s roll bars and stuff. The KC lights, I always thought those were badass. Or maybe just do a light bar on top or something. It's just a really clean, straight old rig, and he takes pretty decent care of it. A lot of the gaskets in this thing are failing. Front end leaks, the oil pan leaks, everything with a gasket leaks. So they just keep it filled up with fluid so he can drive it when he's here and eventually get it into the shop. But it's a pretty good old rig. I start it up, move it around once in a while between doing other things. So yeah, oh, and I put the stereo in it for him, which, yeah, to keep these kids safe. It's got a little hands-free dealie on it too, so he can, and it comes in through the speakers of the vehicle, so he can stay the hell off his phone and he can still talk to people. Yeah, we never usually get this cold. I mean, normally we'll drop down into the 20s sometimes, but I think we hit almost 10 2 nights ago. At least that's what my mom was saying at her place. She's not a couple miles from here. I think I saw it down to like 15. We don't normally get that cold. I mean, it does happen, but it's not normal. Of course, the weather around here has not been normal yet in the past 3 or 4 years, so I'm not surprised. Anyways, I hope the audio is okay. Out here in the cold, the phone doesn't even work right. Plus my audio, I think the phone is shit too. Everything I have is shit. We'll just make it across the board. Everything I have is shit. My phone, my vehicles, my house, everything is shit. Even my body. The needle isn't moving yet. That's kind of, well, let's let it run for a little bit and get that thing warmed up just a touch. Yeah, while we're farting around waiting for that thing to warm up a little bit, it doesn't warm up as fast as the other rigs. This will be coming in a video near you sooner or later. I don't know if the door will open in this thing. Oh, maybe not. Oh, yeah, shoes froze. I'll break to the end of the movie. This is going to become a parts car. We'll just fast forward through its demise. I got video on it from when I picked it up. It's not a bad car for being a Mordor, but it's a Mordor. Nobody really wants to spend a whole lot of money on one unless you got some sentimental value to it. And this one here, I have absolutely no sentimental value to it. So this will be a good parts car for this one here. There's a lot of things I need for this one. That's a 2-door custom line 56. I believe I have maybe a short or two on this one, and some Instagram stuff too. So you can see a better, I got a better look of it. I got a windshield for it. It's just sitting in the jam. That's why the tarp's on it. It's not sealed up. But I think there's a lot of parts on this one here that I can use on that one. And then that chassis over there is a 56 Fairlane chassis. I had to buy the front clip off, or this front suspension. I needed the chassis to get the suspension because this was missing the front suspension. So I bought that frame to get the suspension for the front of this so I could get it off my trailer. Okay, let's see where we're at. Did it move any? It did move a little bit. Okay, I think we're done with this one. Good enough. I don't know if the thermostat opened or not, but it's not important. Okay. So, let's see if this little buzzard will start. Oh yeah. She's a frozen. Oh, not bad, not bad. I would have expected to hear a door seal come with that. Oh, whoops. Okay, so this is one of those situations where I undo my battery, and this will save your battery 9 times out of 10. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Hang on a minute, it's going to take 2 hands. Oh yeah, well, we got snow on the inside now. Okay. Now, cross our fingers that this junk will start. Okay. Ooh, a little chunk fell in there. Oops. I don't know if I can get to that. Sorry, amateur hour of the camera again. I'm usually better than this. Okay. We have battery power. Now, let's see. Don't like, that's not a good sign. Ugh. Alright, for all you sick bastards that like to watch pumping. Excuse me. How do you like them apples? I need fuel injection. I can't drive. Shut up. Take your time, set up the damn choke right, follow the instructions, and don't do anything too wild, and it works just fine. Now, this choke here is a little bit lazy because I have it set up on the factory. Ooh, my headliners. That's kind of weird. My headliner's starting to leave the chat here. Anyway, sorry. The factory choke wire is not full 12 volts on these trucks when you use a factory carburetor. So even though I'm running, what the hell is on this thing? Oh, it's a Holly. Even when I'm running a Holly on it, it should be 12 volts. I've only got 9 and some change going to it because that's the factory wire set up to be. So I actually have the choke kind of handicapped a little bit, so it may stay on longer than it's supposed to. See, my foot's not on it right now. We're sitting around a little over 1,000. This way I can fire it up, sit for a couple seconds, give it a kick, it drops it down 1 notch, and I can let it idle for as long as I want. See, I can just set it. Eventually it'll pick up more RPM as it warms up. Just the way I have them set. And I do set these in the wintertime because you just set them up in the summertime, it's never going to read right. Or it won't act right, sorry. So it's always best to set them up in the wintertime and then just remember what notch you had it set at and try not to screw with it too much. I mean, when it comes summertime, absolutely, I do have to readjust it and I have to lighten it up a little because it'll stay on too long in the summertime. Not a big deal. Usually once the weather gets above, 50 degrees on a normal basis, that's when I do the adjustments. But 460 C6. My daily for quite a while, and then I was having some problems. One, the transmission started to slip really bad. I put an engine in it, but I never did a transmission. And anyways, never did replace the tranny. Just kind of ran it as is. The engine broke a valve spring, and I found a broken piston in it too, so that's what caused the rebuild. So it's a 71 block with 73 heads, I believe. They've been ported out a little bit. It's like only 8. Is it 8, 7 to 1? Something like that, but it's got a real short cam in it, so it pulls pretty hard. It doesn't have a whole lot of horsepower, but a lot of torque. Pulls the car trailer just fine. You don't even notice it going down the road. I hope you can hear me okay. But yeah. Oh, and this is a Duraspark, stock Duraspark ignition. It's got a newer box in it. Did I put a newer box in it? Yeah, I think I did. Original distributor. I didn't. Oh no, I did change the distributor. When I had the pin shear in it. And that's why the pin sheared, because Chinese roll pins are garbage. So this is when I had the pin shear problem way back when. Haven't had a problem with it since. It's a good old truck. I just need to address the fuel line, which seems to be rotting because of the gas. When I replaced it, it was before ethanol was really a thing. So now the fuel line I used to replace the old line is not ethanol friendly, and it's just cracking and rotting itself away. So I don't drive it anymore in case it springs leak, catches fire, whatever the case may be. So I just occasionally start it up, whatever. I've been lazy and squirrel with other things, so I've been busy. I haven't been able to get back to this like I wanted to. Soon. But she's a good old truck. What are we at temperature-wise here? Let's move the needle. I didn't put that gauge here. It's kind of a dumb spot. My keys are always in the way of it. The previous owner, he had a CB in it and some weird compass mounted up here. It's like, okay. She's a good old truck. Ooh, wow, oh yeah. I guess. Some people like it, whatever, I don't care. Everyone's got their own thing. Ah, man, she's a good old truck. These, nobody wanted these things 15 years ago when I bought this thing. Cheap still. I like them. I've always liked them. For a half ton, it tows like a 3/4 ton. But at the time, I was, I think I'd been either going into a divorce or just got through the divorce or something like. Anyways, I didn't have the time or money to put into it. I just had to drive it, unfortunately. So. A lot of things didn't get done and need to get done. One of the things that needs to get done is these drip rails need to be addressed. Anyway, I'm rambling on. It's supposed to be a cold start video. Alright. We've made our point. So this junk here has its stock flathead 6, but it's not hooked up to run, so I can't start that. I am going to disconnect this battery. Now, here's one thing I'm a big believer in. If you let shit sit, disconnect the battery. Don't leave it hooked up. This battery has been in this truck for quite some time. Sorry. And I haven't really been driving it a whole lot the last couple of years. But the battery, me disconnecting it, I haven't had to go run back here with the charge pack or anything like that all the time. There's no draw on the battery, so here's the shed. So it stays alive a lot better. Good God. Yeah. I don't know, it's flipping cold out here. And yeah, those might run too, but that's all you're getting in this one. It's cold. I'm wet. I just got done shoveling the driveway. I thought I'd do this stuff for you. So anyways, I'm gonna take my ass inside and go get something warm to drink. Because it's cold. I still ain't 100%. But I at least wanted to get you a little bit of content. I haven't been very good about putting nothing out. I have a ton of things I need to still edit, and I mean a ton of things. I've just been busy, sickness. My health isn't exactly the greatest anymore, so I do what I can when I can. Anyways, like it, comment on it, tell me I'm an idiot. Tell me my stuff is junk. That's fine. I know it is. I buy what I can afford. It's freezing right here. And, if you want to see more of this stuff, make sure to like it and subscribe and tell me. I'm not exactly sure. I can make a lot of videos, especially some short techie ones if you guys are interested in stuff. I just don't exactly know what to shoot or what people are looking for. So if you need like some how-to stuff, hey, I'm game for that. Just don't be pressing me for time. So anyways, thanks guys, and we'll see you on the next one whenever that's going to be.